Welcome to the nest. Ron here with Crow's Blades. What's in your pockets? What you have for lunch? I got to know. Let me know what you're carrying and what you had for lunch in the comments below. Today, this is a knife, as you saw from the thumbnail, is what we're going to be taking a look at. This is the Virenknife VRAN06. I believe that's probably just a model number, not a name, but who knows. The scales are G10. The clip is a stamped stainless steel that's been stained. Let me see. Let's go ahead and see how well it fits in the pocket. All right, so we go like this, and how well it slides. Oh yeah, baby. All right, so now it's not quite completely deep carry, but you only see this little bit at the top, so not too bad. The clip does have enough springiness to keep it real tight in the pocket, so when you're doing your flippity flops or your somersaults, it won't fall out of your pocket. Let's go ahead and take a look at the liner. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see in there. I really can't see, so take a look in there. See, like that. Nope, no milling. And for a knife this small, this light, I wouldn't have expected so. But yeah, it does have stainless steel liners. This is a plunge lock, as you can see from the button plunge lock. As you can see there, I hit it like this and it drops. Now, mind you, most of the time this knife is not going to close all the way because there's definite resistance. So that's what gives it the detent, the snappiness from a detent. And I'll show you what I exactly mean by that before the end of the video. So, like I said, it is a plunge lock. The blade is flat ground with a satin finish. It's a drop point blade. See that? Like that, right there, like that. And it does have it's a dual ground, and it does have a recurve, a small recurve going from here to here. The plunge grind is about right there. Let me see if I can put my fingernail right where it is. Plunge grind is right about there, so we are going to be able to get a couple. Let me show you there. So we're going to be able to get a couple of sharpenings out of this before we have some issues. But I do have something else to show you about that you may want to think have second thoughts on ordering this knife. There is absolutely no jimping. It would be nice to have jimping at least up to the poon. But you know, you got like a poon, and it is a nice resting place for your fingertip, for your detail cuts. But like I said, no jimping. So for you jimp people, out of luck. Blade steel. Well, the blade steel has absolutely no. The knife has absolutely no markings on the blade, as you can see. There is some markings on the clip, but it's so light. There you go. You know, look, you have to be that close and have just the right light to be able to see it. Otherwise, boom, see, you don't see it, gone, bye. So back to the blade steel. The blade steel is D2. D2 is a high carbon semi-stainless tool steel due to its exceptional wear resistance, long lasting edge retention, and high hardness. The optimum hardness for D2 steel is 58 to 62, but that's generally speaking, while 58 to 60 HRC is often preferred for better toughness and to prevent brittle chipping. So what that means is, you know, if you're hard on your blade, the edge can chip, and you get little craters in the cutting edge if it's too brittle. According to documentation, this knife is been heat treated to 62 HRC, which is hitting the max. But you know, you got to take all that with a grain of salt, as we all learned recently from various testings. The blade is centered, which is a good thing. Let's get some measurements in, and then we'll get on to the nitty-gritty. All right, so the blade is approximately 3 inches long. It might even be a 1/16 longer than that, depending on what angle you're looking at it. And let me one of these days I'll be able to do this without it slipping off. And we're looking at 2 15/16, give or take. The full length is exactly 7 inches to the end of the lanyard hole, as you can see right there. 7 inches, and it does have a lanyard hole. This the clip is not reversible, unfortunately, so no lefty love. Let me tell you what I like about this knife. I like this knife a lot. And what I was getting at before is the reason why it's not terribly drop shutty and you have to give it a little wrist action to close it is because there is actually a unusual for a button lock, but there is a detent, an actual detent ball, and you can see it right there at the end of the blade, right about there. Let me move the blade out of the way like this and see if we can see it there. Nope, can't see it any better. I guess that's the best look you're gonna see. Oh, there you go. See it? It's just riding on the edge of the blade, on the heel, and that's what gives it its snappiness. At first I thought it was the bearings, though there are dinky bearings, because you can see this. The screws are T6s all the way around. I took this knife apart just so I could see what was causing the drag. And lo and behold, it was a design issue. But the pivot is even a T6, which is damned unusual. At least this is the first time I've come across a T6 pivot. And look at that. You gotta love this blade shape. Nice poon action. Very, very, very light. Oh, we didn't even weigh it. Let's go ahead and weigh it. It is 82.9 grams and comes in at 2.92 ounces, as you can see there. So yeah, it's fairly light. I mean, this knife could be twice as large and it would still be a light knife. Let me do some knife comparisons. Here we have the QSP Canary. The Devo Mini Growler, and so it's actually longer than the Canary, and also the Devo Mini Growler. Put that there like that. Oops. And then we have the Penguin. Because everybody's got to have a Penguin. Oh, it's actually a little larger than the Penguin. And let me find one more knife. I had one out before, but oh, here we go. And here's the Petrified Fish Trilobite, or Trilobite, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But it looks like it's almost exactly the same size as the trilobite, and maybe a tad shorter than a penguin. So that's your size comparison. So hopefully you get an idea of how big the knife is. I would consider this a medium knife. It feels really good in the hand. You have this sharpening choil, mini finger choil, so you can choke up a little bit on it when you're doing your slicing. And I got to tell you, slicing, I cut up a box the other day, and normally I cut pieces when I'm breaking down a box to dispose of. I usually cut it down to pieces about this size. With how well this went through that cardboard, it was just a pleasure. So I ended up cutting them down to little pieces like this, because it was just so much fun to cut with. And I think that's owing to, well, for one thing, this is really friggin' sharp. And also its geometry. It's really thin behind the edge. I mean, this is a very, very thin blade. And there's that. So this is just a cutting monster. I don't know how well the edge will hold up because of the D2 steel, but until I sharpen it and put my own edge on it and test it there that way, I won't know. But I gotta tell you, this knife is an Amazon knife. If you couldn't tell by the name of the knife, but it sells for $17.99. Can you believe it? $17.99. This thing bats way above its weight class, just in sheer joy. It's like I said, it's fun to flick. Once I realized that you had to just do that to get it to close, instead of just trying to get it to do that, although you can do the whole shake shut thing, and because of the detent ball, it just locks into place, no bounce out, I suppose, if you do it hard enough. But yeah, that's what I think about the knife. Would I buy it again? Sure. I was actually tempted to buy 10 more of these, I gotta tell you, because of the price, and give them away as gifts. It's just super. But yeah, I totally recommend the knife. If you like this video, subscribe for more content, and if you're shopping for gear, check out the video description for the gear that I use for knife maintenance and knife sharpening. Some of the links in the description may or may not be affiliate links. Affiliate links do benefit the channel at no cost to you, and may be attached to coupon codes that'll save you some money at checkout. Who doesn't like saving money? Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one. Keep your blade sharp and your wood hard.